All right, Jake DeLong here with Relive the Moment, here with Evan Pharmakis of Wind and Sails. How the hell are you, man?
I'm great. I'm absolutely great, man. Real good.
So you kind of, in my opinion, kind of lucked out on this tour. Unfortunately, City Lights broke up, right, and
Right.
disbanded. But it was relatively fortunate for you because a loss for words said, "Hey, Evan, we want you to come out," right?
Oh, they're great, man. I mean, 10 plus years now being friends. Amazing band. Great to be able to watch them every night. But yeah, taking me out on this means a lot. It's been tough. I'm a DIY artist. Since I parted ways with my old band, it's been hard, like you got to earn your place in the music business. And I feel like I'm ready to just work really hard at this and show people how much it matters to me. And yeah, having a Lost for Words take me out, though, is a huge help. I've been wanting to get out and tour the country for a while. And although I'm not getting everywhere, because I'd like to do the whole U.S., just even, wherever I can get, it's a great help, and it means a lot. So I'm happy to be out here, for sure.
For anybody that doesn't know, Evan was the former vocalist, guitarist, and founder of Vanna, right?
Yeah, co-founder, yeah. Yep.
So why, if I don't know if you want to discuss this or not,
No,
but
feel free.
why did you leave Vanna?
Well, I decided to part ways with the band to kind of just push a more positive message with what I'm doing now. They're great dudes. They love what they do. They work hard. We worked hard when I was in the band, and since I left, they still work hard. They definitely went in a more in a tougher, meaner, more hardcore direction, which is what is right to them, what feels right to them. It's where they wanted to be. And I really wanted to keep pushing kind of the older Vanna message, which was stay positive. So, so now I'm just out on my own doing this, writing positive music that hopefully helps people. And that's kind of where my head's at. So they're still doing their thing, which is great. If you dig them, keep supporting them. They work hard. And then if you want, that positive message, I'm still pushing that.
I found it interesting when Vanna released their new album, and they came bearing bones.
Mm-hmm.
I was browsing YouTube, watching a new song, "You're the Rat," I think it was, and there was somebody making allegations that they were using auto tuning, and I don't know what happened, but I found it quite odd because you posted on there and defended them. And
Okay.
I didn't think that you guys had ended things in the best possible way.
No, I really do wish things ended a little better. Some of those guys were really good friends for a long time, and I do miss them as people. But the thing is, I want to be supportive of those dudes regardless. One day we will be cool with each other again. Maybe not. I mean, I hope we will be. But I've heard a lot of people will message me a good amount about things with that band, and the way they feel about things, and it's like, well, things happened how they did, and they are the way they are now. So if you don't like what they're doing, then maybe move on, find some more stuff that you enjoy. But I mean, I can't I can't do anything. I can't, if you message me and tell me you don't like what they're doing, I can't tell them, guys, hey, fans don't like what you're doing in there. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, there's no influence anymore.
Exactly. I really do just wish the best for them, and I just want to keep focusing on the positive stuff and do what I'm doing, and hopefully everything will work out for the best for everyone, But yeah, the auto-tune thing, we never used auto-tune when I was in the band. I would do my singing takes. I would always just go at it hard, 100% real, so it's as organic and natural as possible on albums. I don't know if they use auto-tune, but I knowing those guys, I don't think they'd be like, let's do auto-tune, you know what I mean? I think they would be very, very in the mindset of keeping things the way that they always have. So.
All right, enough about your old band.
Yeah.
Where did Wind and Sails come from? I mean, Vanna was, even though you had some melodic parts and stuff like that, it was pretty heavy still. So, I mean, where did this mellow Wind and Sails come from that you created, that you're going with right now?
Well, the name, I live in Newport, Rhode Island. I love Rhode Island. I love the ocean. It's a really big part of me, and it really kind of levels me out. So I've always loved being by the ocean. And Wind and Sails is a metaphor for moving forward. you know, and I think moving forward is a positive thing. Moving forward from, you know, your past, moving forward from your experiences, taking what you learned and moving forward with that. So Wind in Sales is just a positive message, you know, which is exactly what I focus on. I mean, I write stuff, you know, I write some sad stuff. I write what I'm feeling. But I do like to write stuff that people can listen to and be like, this is helping me right now. Like, you know, I lost someone I loved, relationship ended, someone I loved passed away, any of those things, you know, it's amazing to put a message out there, people letting them know they're not the only ones feeling that way. And I feel like people really can cling on to that, you know, and find peace in it. But yeah, I mean, Wind in Sails, that's kind of more, you know, the meaning behind the name. And where were we? I'm sorry, I kind of parted off from.
Okay, so I'm wondering where this
the soft
clean, you know,
thing. Well, in Vanna, I wrote, you know, a lot of the lyrics for a while. Even with Chris Priest, who parted ways after A New Hope, I wrote a bunch of lyrics with him. Like I wrote lyrics to Trash Mouth, which is one of our heaviest songs we ever did. Like, I always tried to write positive stuff. And now I'm basically at a point where it's just me, and I'm writing stuff where I don't have someone screaming over me the whole time, and it's much more accessible. The softer stuff's more accessible. People can make out what I'm saying. They can make out the music. People of any age can enjoy it. From small children, like my nephew is amazing, and he's gonna be 3 in a few months, and he sings all the words. Like, it's crazy, man. He knows all of it. But like from young children all the way to like elderly people that have heard it, and they're like, I love this. I'm like, that's so cool. Like, the softer stuff is more accessible to people. You know, more people can enjoy it. More people can relate to it. I feel like, you know, aside from that small demographic for heavier music, people don't really like to have screaming going. You know, maybe they don't relate to it. Maybe it's too abrasive for them. But yeah, the soft stuff is where my heart's kind of always been. I loved heavy stuff. I loved playing it. I loved writing it. It was fun. But I'm a 30-year-old man now. I want to just write music that people enjoy and can understand and can really like sink into. So yeah, the softer stuff, you know, it's kind of, I feel like it's where my heart has always been. And now I'm just fulfilling it, you know,
So as your first album that you released as Wind in Sales was Brighter Days.
Yes.
And then the second one was Darker Nights EP. Did you plan that? I mean, like, they go together perfectly, right?
Right, they do. They do. It's kind of like the answer. The Darker Nights is kind of like the answer to the first one. It's weird. I was kind of torn on how to go about that. And Brighter Days worked out really well. I loved Brighter Days as the name, and just, you know, Brighter Days like a positive thing, like a new thing, like a new day, a new path in life. Where I touched on a lot of stuff on that album, you know. And then Darker Nights, it just kind of it ended up working. I didn't plan it, but then, you know, after I recorded Darker Nights, and I was kind of like, what do I want to do with it? It just made sense. It felt cool. And I told a few people, and they're like, that's really cool. I like that. Like the Brighter Days, Darker Nights thing. That's an awesome route to take. So now I'm like, shoot, like my next album, because I've been writing, I have like almost a whole full length written now. Like, what am I going to name the next one? Like, I think I might just self-title it. You know what I mean? Like, it might be a cool thing to do is like self-title. Let's get that out there. And then let's move on and see what else we can do. But yeah, I like the Brighter Days, Darker Nights thing. I'm happy about it. I think it came out cool. And it's a whole story all the way through, both albums, you know. It tells a story, so it's neat. Something I'm very proud of.
Well, for what it's worth coming from me, I thought they were really good albums.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Unfortunately, you won't be able to follow it up with like Forever Dusk or something like that.
Right,
you know?
Right.
But anyway, your performance tonight was incredible.
Thank you. I gotta tell you, man, people really need to appreciate what you're doing, because it's really cool, man. You film so many performances, you know, you're always out there, you're doing your thing, like coming out and doing this with me, like, it means a lot, man. And so thank you so much.
I appreciate that. You're welcome. But I mean, the real hero here is the people on the stage like you,
Thanks,
especially
man.
you with just an acoustic guitar just singing. Um, the people that watching this have probably seen my proposal on my YouTube channel that I posted just because I wanted it to be like public and like people could see. But I've never felt more naked in my entire life than I did in that moment, and I was scared to death, and it really showed through. But like for you to do what you do, it's like incredible to me. I have a
Oh,
great deal of respect for that.
thanks, man. Yeah, it's been an experience, like being in that band, being in Vanna, and being a lead singer of sorts, but never talking to the crowd. It's like we always had a standalone guy, and that's kind of his thing. I got my guitar. If he wasn't talking to the crowd, what else would he be doing? He would just be standing there. That's kind of like the role. So I never really got to talk as much as I wanted to when I was in the band. So now doing this, it's like it's just me, and it's scary as hell. It was scary as hell. Now it's like I love it and I'm comfortable. I'm doing everything myself. It's awesome. Like I am selling my merch at my shows. I carry all my equipment and I carry all my merch in. I play my set. I sit at my merch table. I sell my shirts. I talk to people. I sell my CDs. I talk to people. I get to know them. I pack all my merch up. I pack all my equipment up. I do it on my own, and it's wild. It's wild, but it's amazing. Like I love it. And I'm ready to do it. I really want to just get around the country and just perform for people. That's all I want to do. So hopefully, you know, that will happen. I'm going to keep working at it.
Well, congrats on being on this first tour.
Thank you.
And you do have a slot in Warped Tour, right?
I do.
Like a week long or
Yeah.
something like that?
I'm actually doing before then, I'm doing a week with Jillian Jensen, who's a American Idol top 15, really talented girl. I posted the dates for it, all over my social networking stuff. But I'm doing like a week of shows with her, which is going to be great. I'll reach out to a different demographic of people. And then, yeah, I'm doing a week on Warped Tour from the 6th of July to the 13th. So it's all New England. A couple Jersey dates, couple New York dates, Scranton, Pennsylvania, the Mass date, of course. I think I end in Connecticut. But yeah, it's gonna be wild, man. I'm on the Ernie Ball stage. I'll be handing out flyers myself every day in the morning with my set time on them, and I'm just gonna get out there and bake in the sun and hopefully play music for people, and they'll enjoy it, and we can all give each other hugs and be good stuff. So
We discussed this earlier a little bit off camera, but you do the solo act right now, but your albums do have other instruments in them. Like there's some tracks that feature the drums. I think, in fact, you tapped the former Vanna drummer. Is that?
yes. Chris Campbell parted ways with Vanna when I did. Really good person. One of my favorite people. One of my best friends in the world. I love him. I played with him. I'm so comfortable with him, and he's very like, anytime you're doing anything and you need a drummer, I'm your man. I'm there. We still jam together. We actually have a heavier project in the works. Him and actually another former Vanna member, Chris Priest, who is the vocalist. The three of us have something going on in the mix right now we're working on, which is going to be fun. Nothing like Vanna, no breakdowns, but still fast and heavy. So keep an eye out for that, because that will be happening at some point. But yeah, Chris played drums, amazing guy. And yeah, it was weird. The first album I had half the album was like full band. I had Chris playing drums, had my really good friend Chris Curran, who has an amazing recording studio called Apparition Sound, recorded both my albums for me. He played lead. And then my friend Danny Roth, another amazing guy. I can't say enough good stuff about him. Incredible bassist. He performed on those songs with me. And yeah, then I'd go out and perform. People were like, "Oh, like where's your full band?" And I'm like, "Well, the thing is, the project isn't. It's a solo project. It's just me. I just wanted to have them play on these songs with me and give something kind of like a thicker, richer sound." But I think it did confuse people a little. They didn't know, like, are you a full band? Are you a solo artist? Like, what is it? So when I did Darker Nights, I was like, I'm doing this alone. Just so people know, like, this is me. Like, when you come out to see me, you're going to see me on stage alone. But yeah, good friends. Really happy to have them. I may still do stuff from time to time with a full band with me. But right now, a lot of those guys, they have full-time, busy lives, wives. So it's not as easy for them to dedicate so much time to it. So for now, yeah, it's just me.
Well, at least you got the balls to go up there and not use a backing track or something
I
like
don't know.
that. You know,
Never.
just something to hide behind. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Well, I
kudos to
mean,
you.
dude, I quit smoking. You know, I smoked for 10 years. And I just quit for good, and I feel great. My voice has gotten used to singing now without smoking, and world of difference. So if you do smoke, you should quit because it's not good for you. I'm sure you know that.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man. I'm proud of it. But yeah, it's wild, and getting out there alone is an experience. And I feel like you get better and better as time goes on. So I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing where this goes, and I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. I can't wait to take a look at it myself. I hope I put on a good performance and stuff. You know.
Absolutely, you did. And tonight or today, I mean, somebody's gonna watch this like a year from now and be like, "What the fuck?" Earlier today, me and Evan worked on a special project. He did a couple acoustic videos that are going to be posted to my channel, and
Cool.
I really, really, really appreciate you doing that for
Dude,
me. You're
no
the first
problem.
person to ever do anything that cool for me, and it really meant a lot for you to do that. And a little secret fact is actually we did it in the women's bathroom.
You're not supposed to tell them that.
Well,
You wouldn't have known.
it's out there now, I guess. Hey, it's all about the reverb.
Right. Absolutely.
But seriously though, you wouldn't know it just by looking at it, and that's super cool. And I really enjoyed working on that.
Yeah, me too, man. That was
And
really fun.
I'm anxious to get home and get it all put together and see how it looks.
Cool, man. Me too. I can't wait to check it out. I'll be looking forward to that.
But yeah, you definitely killed it with your live set tonight. And you know what's next for you? What?
Well, I'll be finishing up this tour with these wonderful people and these bands. They're all awesome. And then yeah, it's the tour with Jillian Jensen. It's the short week, and then I'll be playing some other random dates around New England, and then I'll be doing a Warped Tour, and then we'll see where it goes from there. I book all my own stuff, so people just email me, and I set the dates, and I get out and I do them. I don't have a booking agent. I don't have a manager. I don't have a label. It's just me. Not that I wouldn't want one. I would love a booking agent. I would love to get out and just get out with bands similar to what I'm doing, and just keep pushing music that helps people. Like that's what I'm about. It's what I'm gonna keep doing. But yeah, that's pretty much as far as I can see right now what I have booked through for Warped, and I really hope to just get out around the country as soon as possible. You know.
I'm glad that you brought that up. Artists that are like you, because really, who are the artists that are like you? Who are the people that you respect that are doing this same kind of thing? I mean, you're on a tour right now with people that you respect a great deal, and I understand that.
Yeah.
But they're not really the same.
Right.
So, I mean, in this genre of this acoustic performance, maybe even solo, I mean, who do you look at as the people that inspire you?
Oh, man, so many people inspire me. I mean, as far as what I feel would be good for me to be out with, like I love Koji. I think he's awesome. I just saw him at Mixtapes Fest in Long Island just recently. Super talented, great guy, great message, great performer. Very much enjoyed him. Into It Over, it's really good. I like some of the stuff, and I know he did a lot of stuff solo for a long time. It would be great to perform with him. I think that would be good. I know I don't really listen to him much. I haven't heard much of him yet, but I know I've seen more and more about Front Porch Step. That kid's getting out a lot, which is really cool. And he played Mixtapes Fest as well, but I got there late, so I didn't get to catch him. But that's another single guy out there with an acoustic guitar playing music that he believes in. Those are where the artists I would love to be out with. To name a few, those three in particular, I think are really good. The bassist of Vanna's older brother, Brian Marquis, is an acoustic artist. He's really good. He runs Acoustic Basement on Warped Tour. He's super talented. I would love to play with him. We were good friends for a long time. We kind of lost track of things. But I wish that guy the best, and I would love to play with him too. I think he's really talented. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there that I dig. I mean, and there's, bigger artists that I would love to be out with, but, you got to work your way up and earn your place, and that probably won't be for a ways down the road if any of those things happen. So I'll just leave it at what I've stated so far.
All right, well, let me ask you this then. On my way driving up here, I was listening to number 1, your album, and number 2, Seether acoustic. One, it's called One Crazy Night,
Okay.
and it's a freaking amazing acoustic performance by them. I love it. And so anyway, I guess when I was driving up here, I'm thinking about questions that I was going to ask you, and one of the questions that I had is, what are your favorite acoustic albums?
Oh, favorite acoustic albums.
I mean, unplugged. I mean, whatever
Right,
you want to
right.
call them, right?
No, totally. Let's see. For Emma, Forever Ago, Bon Iver. Guys, ridiculous. So good. Moving Mountains did an acoustic EP. Super good. Love those guys. Great people, great music. Let me think. Band of Horses did a live acoustic album, and it's been blowing my mind lately. I love it. I listen to it a lot. Super good stuff. A Loss for Words has a great acoustic album. I actually sang a guest spot on Raining Excuses on it. Super good. It's on iTunes. Definitely pick that up. Band's awesome. Hardest working dudes. Yeah, I mean, there's a few that I very much enjoy. I mean, Bon Iver's whole different level now. But that album, him in a cabin in the woods for months, recording everything himself, multi-tracking, doing what he did. That album's so good. People know Skinny Love. It's been in like movies, but that CD is just spectacular. So
It seems like it's getting quiet out there.
yeah, I think we're nearing
I think
the
we
end.
probably better wrap it up. So with that being said, you got any parting words for your fans? Anybody new that might be watching this for the first time, saying I'm going to check out Wind and Sails. What's your message to them?
Oh man, be yourself. Love who you are. Love the people that matter to you. Be the best person you can be. Keep a positive frame of mind. Appreciate the things you have in your life. Appreciate the people that matter. And just live. Just live and be the best person you can be. That would be my advice. But as far as my music stuff goes, you can find both my albums at bandcamp.com if you search Wind and Sails, or windandsails.bandcamp.com. Please like my Facebook page, Wind and Sails Facebook. That would be awesome. Feel free to message me on Facebook. I talk to people all the time. Doesn't matter who you are, where you live, what you dig, what you don't dig. I just love talking to people and meeting people. And for those who support me, thank you so much. I love what I do, and I hope to continue to do it. And thanks for giving me the opportunity. Thanks for watching this. Thanks for caring. It means a lot.
And if I can piggyback on your message for 1 second, tell your family you love them.
Absolutely.
Before you go to bed tonight or before you walk out the front door, tell your family you love them. I love you, man.
I love you too, man.
You're
Absolutely.
awesome. Thank you very much, and travel safe, bud.
Thank you, man. You too, buddy. I'll look forward to seeing you again.
All right. Take care, man.
Thanks.